What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video on Rainbow Six Siege. Now we have a lot to talk about today, but first off, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you get notified on all the Rainbow Six Siege videos and when they come out. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the reworked of Hereford base. Now the first thing we have is the basement. The basement is going to be totally reworked. You're not going to maybe recognize it from what the normal basement is as of right now. So right now the basement is just, you have that one stairs that comes in. You can breach through this to the outside, but now with the new patch that's going in with Operation Grim Sky, you're going to have two staircases that come down. You're not going to have that one staircase where everyone comes in. It's like a choke point. You're going to have two staircases that come down. You're going to have a tunnel that leads also towards the basement. So they totally rework the entire basement level that you won't even recognize it anymore as the original basement for Hereford base. There's also going to be 4 new bomb spawns, where basically there's 4 new areas where the bombs are going to be placed. And on the second floor in the kitchen area, instead of having your bomb on one side and across the hall you have the other bomb site, that's just going to be completely reworked. So you're no longer going to have that kind of hallway. You have to cross the hallway in order to get to each bomb. That's totally getting reworked. You also gain a rework on the second level and on the third level as well. But the main thing that's getting a total rework and that you won't even recognize it is the basement. The basement is going to be the most top thing that everyone is probably going to be talking about. It's the main thing that's actually getting reworked. Now, they didn't want to actually go ahead and change up everything to the fact where you don't know what map you're on, but they kind of want to change it up just a bit so you have a better gameplay. So some of the rooms are going to be very similar to like the older rooms that we have of right now. So you'll be able to recognize them, but not recognize to the extent where like it's the same exact room. They're going to be changed up a bit different, but you'll be going to that room, kind of have an idea. Okay, this was this room, but now it's all reworked up. So now you kind of get a vibe of, oh, this room was the piano room, this room was the basement, this room was the armory room, but it's just going to be completely reworked. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about the operators for Operation Grim Sky. Now the first one we have here is Clash. Now she's going to be the first defending operator that is going to be able to be carrying a bulletproof, indestructible shield that is just basically really cool. I mean, having a defender with a shield who can shoot lasers at, like electric shock at you, that does like, it doesn't do much damage to you. It does only about 3 point damage to you, but what it does is that is the most, I guess, the crucial part of this operator is that it slows you down. So, and it has, that laser does have a good amount of range, so you can zap someone with it. They won't be able to sprint, which allows you to be able to maybe have Kavira come after them, come behind, or maybe to have another operator come up from behind them and take them out. She's going to be a 1-speed, 3-armored operator. She's going to have that deployable shield. Now, she can't walk around with the shield and have her weapon out. She has to basically has to holster her or put her shield up on her back and be able to bring out her weapon. Once you pull out the shield, that is the only thing she's able to carry. She cannot carry a weapon. So the one thing you will have to do is probably when you're using that operator is I would suggest you have someone like a backup, maybe a teammate coming up with you, or maybe coming up around the corner, or staying at a corner behind you. So that way when you zap someone, that person can come out and take that operator out, because this operator won't be able to carry a shield with their weapons also unholstered. It does have a few weaknesses to her, and that is melee and with sledgehammer. So basically when you hit her shield with the melee or with sledgehammer, her shield moves temporarily away, exposing her legs and her hips and basically her side part of her body, which allows you to be able to take shots at her and maybe entirely take this operator out. Another one of her weakness is Thatcher. Thatcher is able to throw an EMP grenade and is basically going to temporarily disable the laser or the electric shock on her shield. Now, she doesn't put her shield away entirely. It just temporarily disables the electric shock on her shield, which allows her not to be able to basically shock the enemy players. She also is not able to melee with her shield, so once that shield is up, it is up permanently unless you put it away. She also is exposed to Capitão's incendiary darts. So if she gets shot in the front with it, that's going to take a lot of damage from her. Grenades coming in from the front of her will do less damage, but if a grenade gets behind her, it will do a significant amount of damage. For her weapons, she's going to have the SMG9. That's going to be a 2-round burst SMG. She's also going to have a P10C pistol. Her secondary gadgets are going to be of a choice between barbed wire and impact grenades. Now let's move on to Maverick. Maverick is going to be a one armored 3-speed operator. Now it was thought he was either going to be a 3 armored operator with only being 1 speed, or 2 speed and 2 armored, but in actuality he's actually going to be a 1 armored 3-speed operator, so which means he's going to be relatively really fast. Now he also has this blowtorch that can pretty much go into anything except for brick walls that are indestructible. And what he's able to do is he's able to use his little blowtorch and make little murder holes. Now these murder holes are going to be perfect for when you're breaching into, let's say there's a barricade wall, or if there's a wall that's not been barricaded and you don't want to breach that whole wall and expose your entire self. You can just make a tiny little murder hole with Maverick and basically expose a little hole where you can actually be able to shoot. Now one of the downsides he does have is that he's relatively slow when making these murder holes, so it's highly suggested that when making these murder holes, you stand at an angle and not directly through these murder holes, because on the other side, the enemy team are able to see these murder holes being made. Now, as you can see in this video, it kind of shows like a little burn mark, and the enemy team is also able to see these little burn marks coming through. So the moment they see that, you can guarantee 100% they are going to be firing at these murder holes. So it's like I said, it's relatively wise and I guess wise and more practical to open these murder holes at an angle where you're not exposing yourself in front of these murder holes. Now for Maverick's loadout, he's going to have the M4 assault rifle or the AR-15 50 DMR. For his secondary gadgets, he's going to have the Claymore or smoke grenades. Both of these weapons, except for both of the weapons, the M4 and the AR-15, both have a decent amount of damage and a decent amount of recoil for each weapon. Next, with these new operators coming up, Hibana is going to get a big major change to the way she plays, and that is her breaching charge pellets. Now it's going to take at least all 6 pellets to destroy at least a hatch that is on the roof. So basically, if you're trying to destroy a barricade hatch and you want to use it, normally if you use 4 pellets or maybe even 3 pellets, it would destroy it completely. Now, in order to do that, you have to use all 6 pellets while using Hibana. We're also going to get a new MVP animation for Frost. Constantly is going to also get a little bit of rework, like with Hereford Base, but not to the extent of Hereford Base. But Constantly is also going to get a little bit of reworking. We're also getting some new weapon sight alignments that were a big issue in the game for a certain amount of time, where if you were shooting and your basically your target sight was on the target, but your bullets were going nowhere to where your target, where your basically your sights were at. That's going to be completely fixed with this new season that's going to be coming out with the new operation. That's going to be entirely fixed. We are also getting some new gadget icon notifications, so when they appear on the game, those are going to be differently changed for Sledge, Blackbeard, Thatcher, Sophia, Jaeger, Capitao, Glass, Thermite, Mute, and Hibana. Some of those little icons that come up on the game, those are going to be totally changed. And finally, we are getting a new idle pick system, and this idle pick system is going to change the way it helps in the in-game lobby when you're actually joining up on a match. So let's say you run back to go get a drink of water, and you come back and you find out, oh shoot, I'm a freaking recruit. There's no way I can switch that operator. There's no way I had time to do that. Now with the new idle pick system, instead of it randomly automatically enabling you to run as a recruit, it's going to randomly pick an operator from your operator list to choose from. So let's say you didn't pick an operator and you were gone and you weren't able to pick an operator, it's going to randomly choose an operator for you from the operator list that you currently have. So now, instead of, if you want to play as a recruit, you have to manually go ahead and click the recruit icon. It's no longer going to give you that option or that automatically option. So if you don't pick an operator, it's going to automatically give you the recruit. It's going to pick an operator from your operator list. Now let's say you only have 2 operators, it's going to pick between those 2 operators. It is no longer going to pick between a recruit. And that is pretty much all we have for this update that is going to be coming for Rainbow Six Siege. Now, the technical test server is going to be live tomorrow. Now, it's not said how long this is going to be. It could be a week. It could be 2 weeks. They didn't give us any confirmed date on how long the technical test server is going to be. So if you are on the PC, go ahead, patch up the technical tester for tomorrow when it goes live, so you can try out all these new operators, all the new fixes that are going to be implemented into the game. Thank you all for watching, guys. If you like this video, hit that like button, leave a comment down below what you think of this whole new things coming into Rainbow Six Siege. What do you think of the new operators? What do you think of the whole new Here For base rework, and also the consulate, and also maybe the idle pick system as well? Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll be seeing you all later. Peace out.